Hello and welcome again. My name is Kat, and this is a foundational series that I'm creating for the summer months. A special request from my very good friend and former student in the US. Tonight's class, we're going to focus on the Ujjayi breath, and that basic breath that if you go to a studio class, a teacher might simply cue engage your yogic breathing. And in order to do that, we really need to be able to create what I would call and others call a pranic tube. And there's specific steps that we can follow. And by breathing in that particular kind of a way, we create a funnel in the body that energizes the body with vital life force. It changes the electrons in the body, and it's essentially, for me anyway, in a very esoteric kind of terms, is we're opening up the gateway to source energy, to universal life force, to the energy of a loving God, if you will. And then we bring it down into the body, and then that allows us to direct it outward into the world. So it's a sense in which we inhale love, we fill up in love, and on an exhale, we either breathe love out to different spaces in our own body, or perhaps we breathe out into our hands, if we're writers or painters or musicians, or we touch our loved ones with love on the exhale of the hands. So it's an inhale to fill the body up in very specific, practical ways, so that then we can share that very pure source energy with either ourselves or with our loved ones or with the world at large. So this will be primarily a seated practice. We'll keep it nice and simple. I have my candles lit. Maybe you want to do the same thing. I have a cushion that I'm sitting on. A cushion, a block, a bolster, or rolling up one end of your mat will also work, just so that your hips can be a little bit elevated and supported. You might want to spread the flesh away so you feel your sit bones really nice and grounded. I have my Divine Feminine Oracle card deck that I thought we could read. The other thing that you might want to have, you don't have to have it, but I have my butterfly, is either a yoga strap, but what I actually prefer to do is to use a pretty scarf, and I find it, in fact, more effective than the strap, a yoga strap that's very belt-like. But if you have something like this, that will be helpful. So second to focusing on our yogic breathing, we're also going to work on some shoulder openers. And that's in part for myself because I do a lot of computer work. But by and large, most of us tend to have a perspective where we might be looking at the phone, or we're driving, looking over the shoulders. But the shoulder region and the chest don't tend to be as open as they could be. And this great lake of love, that centerpiece of the heart, can kind of get closed off. So by opening it up physically, we also open up the energy center of the heart. Our shoulders feel better, and there's more fluid creativity from like the cerebral mind, lengthening the brainstem, and then again out through the hands when the shoulders are open. So that being said, let's get started. You may have already put your props into position, done the things that you need to do to get ready for the class. So let's begin with 3 deep inhales with an audible exhale, just to shake off whatever has been in your life, coming back into a very centered moment of now, where the rest of the external contextual life can begin to dissipate, almost like salt into water. So when you're ready, we're going to exhale. Render the body empty of breath, completely empty. Blow out a little more air than you think you can. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Deep, full inhale. Shake out the day, shake it all off. Inhale, sweep the hands high. Audible exhale, shake it all out. Again, inhale. And shake it out. Beautiful work. I'm just going to put my hair up because I am in a tropical country and I get a little sweaty. We're going to begin first just by talking about what it means to create the pranic tube that runs up the midline of the body. So before we begin to consider how we're breathing, I'd like you to draw your attention to your pelvic floor. So I do live in a very female body with female anatomy, and so feel more comfortable speaking to that anatomy. But if you do have the male anatomy, there's certain things you can do, but I won't be as specific as I will be for the female anatomy. So with our attention here at the pelvic floor, we're going to draw our awareness into the cervix and create a swallowing-like effect on the cervix. So this is very similar to a Kegel exercise, but slightly more subtle. So you don't have to have the rectum, everything engaged. It can just be a gentle swallowing of the cervix. And we can imagine this is us putting the plug into a bathtub. So if we didn't put the plug in, we wouldn't be able to fill up the bathtub because the water would just drain out. So by swallowing the cervix, just creating a gentle plug for our pranic tube. So then we're going to travel upward again. And again, this is called the Mula Bandha, and we're talking about the energy locks in the body. And then we're going to travel up just above the belly button. And even as we breathe and we expand the belly, there's a gentle contraction, a swallowing just before the diaphragm. So that's like another area that's very much like the tonsils and the cervix or the throat. These are not medical terms at all. These are just my ways of explaining it. And then the next energy lock is in the throat, and that's why we'll be placing the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth and gently tucking the chin, which will naturally bring our gaze to about 6 feet in front of us unless we choose to close our eyes off. The next point of reference would be like 6 to 9 inches above the head. And you can kind of feel an opening occurring here where a vortex of spiral energy will begin to follow the power of your breath as you draw it into the body. I hope that makes sense to you. So it's a pranic tube. The most important thing is that we're plugged off down below at the pelvic floor. So I do actually have my windows closed, but I can hear the moto conchos on the street even from within. So just allow that to also fall away if you do find it distracting. So go ahead, swallow the cervix, smile with the ovaries, lifting up through the vertebra, creating some space. There's a slight contraction just before the diaphragm. Tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. And we're going to keep it there more or less, unless we go to take a conscious exhale out through the mouth to release heat. Roll the shoulders back, dropping them down away from the ears. I like to place my hands just in front of the pubic bone, or perhaps palms open on the knees, bringing the forefinger and the thumb to touch, bringing the forefinger and the thumb to touch on both. And this becomes a very receptive kind of a posture. So exhaling, render the body empty, finding your ground zero of breath. Swallow the cervix, inhale through the nose, fill the belly up, fill the heart, the lungs up, Slow exhale out through the nose, keeping the cervix engaged. Inhale through the nose. Feel the belly, the lungs, hold, and exhale also out through the nose, keeping the cervix engaged. Relax the jaw. Maybe you close your eyes off. And we're going to move through 10 cycles of breath with a slight pause at the top of breath and a slight pause at the bottom of breath. Empty and inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. Beautiful. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. Continue on your own. Begin to notice if you create a slight oceanic sound with your breathing. So I'm going to now begin my ujjayi breath so you can hear the way that my breath sounds. New cycle of breath. Beautiful. Carry on, my loves. 3 more full cycles of breath. Just feeling the beautiful, cool wind pass in through your lovely nostrils, traveling down the midline of the body, filling the body up with life force, revitalizing the body. Gentle exhale out. Again, inhale. Feel the wind of the loving Father enter the body. And exhale that love back into your surrounding space. Last breath. Eyelids become heavy now. Jaw is so relaxed. Shoulders drop down away from the ears. And there's a beautiful sense in which all of the earth has risen up to join you as you feel your sit bones supported. Just moving my candles out of the way so I don't accidentally spill wax on myself or the floor. When you're ready, we're going to exhale, drop the chin towards the chest. Keep the chin here. As we inhale, lift the spine, feeling space between the vertebrae. Gently roll the chin towards your left shoulder. And just take time to feel into this. Where in your neck feels the tension, and lean into that. Beautiful.
Drop the chin down, nice and heavy. And rolling over to the right side. Feel into the spaces in your neck where you might be holding tension. Drop the chin back down through center. Slowly moving over towards the left shoulder. And as we do this, we begin to feel our breath on an inhale. And then on the exhale, we can send that breath back out through the parts of the body that are in need of love, attention, and healing. Drop the chin back down and rolling over to the right. Exhale out through the portions of the musculature, the back, left side of the neck that call out for your attention. Drop the chin forward. Beautiful. Release the legs out in front of you. Anchor your hands behind you and just windshield wiper the legs left and right. Left and right. Shake the leg out. Shake the leg out. Let it all go. And maybe you come back to sitting cross-legged on your cushion. Perhaps you come to sit on your sit bones, on the heels, either way, whatever feels better for your body. And exhale, drop the chin to the chest. On a inhale, sweep the hands high, gaze is high. And on an exhale, draw the hands out in front of you. We're going to place the left elbow over the right elbow. Both palms face up. That's it. Begin to bend the elbows. And maybe you hang out here. Or maybe you draw the palms to touch. So we're finding our eagle arms. Like so. And the natural inclination is to draw the shoulders up. But what we're going to do here is drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Pull the hands away from the face. Lift the elbows up. Oh yeah, now you feel it, right? Along the back side of the body. Continuing with our yogic breathing. Continuing to be conscious of the movement of prana, life force, down the pranic tube. And as we exhale, draw the elbows towards your navel, rounding the spine. Drop your chin to your chest. Beautiful. Inhale, rise back up. Elbows reach out in front of you. Reach towards the heavens. And exhale, draw the elbows towards the navel. 2 more times. Inhale, fly the elbows high. Arching the spine, and exhale, pulling inward, feeling the safety of gathering all portions of self inward. And inhale, elbows fly high. Uncoil the arms, spread the hands wide, open the chest, arcing the back, open your heart, and exhale, back through center. If the knees are sore here, you can go back to a different type of seated position. I'm just showing you both styles, whichever works for you. If you have your scarf or your yogic belt handy, now's the time to bring it out. What I do is I hook the scarf between my thumb and forefinger like that. And then I hook the scarf between my forefinger and thumb on the other side like that. I'm going to do 1 circle dip
So there's a nice tautness to my scarf or to your yogic strap. There you go. Take a moment for everyone to adjust. And as we exhale, palms come down to the knees towards the floor, facing down. Again, drop the chin to the chest. Exhale completely. Engage the cervix. And beautiful inhale. Reach, 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 reach to the skies. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Begin to bend the elbows, coming down to a point that feels okay in your body. And inhale, reach up, open the chest, and exhale, draw the hands down, back down to the knees. Chin comes to the chest. Again, inhale, reach forward, palms face down, keep reaching. Reach high, and exhale, bend the elbows, draw the chin to the chest, open, and inhale, rise up, gaze is nice and high. Exhale, draw the hands back down. Keeping your scarf in your hands, you might need to do another extra loop. I'll show you what I'm doing here from the behind angle. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, lift the hands overhead. And we're going to draw the left hand as far to the left as we can as we bend the right elbow. And just a gentle pulling down to stretch out the right tricep. I hope you're able to see. And then if you're quite flexible, maybe you do start to walk the hand up the scarf, but it's fine just as it is here. And we're gonna hold for 3 full breaths. Cervix is engaged. Inhale through the crown of the head, even if you're physically doing it through the nose. And exhale, sending love into the tricep. Beautiful work. Being here now, drawing the mind just back to the breath, to the sensations of the body. When you're ready, begin to uncoil the scarf slightly. Draw the left hand all the way far left. Straighten the right hand. Inhale, open the back side of the body, expand the lungs. Begin to bend the left elbow, drawing the right hand behind you. Pulling gently until you feel a nice stretch. Not a painful one, but that gentle feeling of a stretch. And again, if you want to begin to work your hand up your scarf or strap, you can. But there's a gentleness that we show our bodies in these postures as we inhale and as we exhale, feeling a connection to the Creator, to creation, to the magnificence of our very existence, to the miracle of what it means to be a human being. Last breath. Feel your left tricep opening. And slowly uncoil the scarf. Drawing your right hand by, lengthening through the left. And one more time, we're going to draw the scarf down, opening the chest. Inhale, reach up to the skies. And exhale, draw the hands to touch, drawing the hands down the midline of the body through heart's prayer, and release your scarf. And I will come back to face my beautiful loves. Shake the hands out if you kind of lost any circulation in the hands with the scarf. Here we go. And then we're going to come to our tabletop position. And again, you can really be on the tips of your fingers, so we're creating a claw-like effect, like a cat. But we're not going to be putting too much pressure on the wrists here. It's just a starting point. Finding the knees on the earth. Draw a little more weight into the left knee, into the left hand, the right hand, the right knee. Exhale, pushing back to a child's pose. Inhale, circle forward. And exhale, relax. Inhale, circling forward. And exhale, relax back. From child's pose, we're going to draw more weight into the right knee, the right hand, the left knee. And circle back. Beautiful. Continuing to circle. Our inhales draw us forward and our exhales draw us back. Inhale, come forward and exhale, coming back. Draw the big toes to kiss. Spread the knees out wide. Oh yeah. Finding child's pose now. Dropping the forehead heavy into the earth. Pull the sit bones towards the heels. We'll stay here for at least 5 to 7 rounds of breath. Feel the belly rise to fill up the thighs. Drop the head even heavier. With an open heart now from the shoulder exercises and our forehead bowed to the earth, allow our own heart space to begin to inform thoughts. What flows from the great beyond of the heart into mind's eye when the mind and cognition bows to feeling, to the heart space, to the deep wells of compassion within. And from this posture, both physical, intellectual, and emotional, as well as spiritual, when we bow our minds to our heart, what prayer, intention fills your mind eye? It can be as simple as wondering what you're going to wear tomorrow. It can be as grandiose as praying for clean water for every citizen of our planet. It can be praying just to accept the physical form that we abide in. We'll wait here till we feel a little ounce, like a little droplet of love that just drops like nectar into mind's eye to infuse our prayer or our intention. Feeling a little love for just even the smallest portion of our own body, or the love that you have for your child or a lover, or maybe just the look that comes out of your dog or a dog you passed on the beach. Whatever arouses a sense of great love and compassion, surround your intention and your prayer with the essence of that feeling. Beautiful. Deep full inhale, exhale out through the mouth. And set your intention free into the cosmos. Inhale, drawing yourself back up to a tabletop position. Chin slightly tucked towards the chest. And on an inhale, fly the left hand high, open up. And exhale, we're going to thread
the needle, I'm changing position slightly. Down, underneath the right arm, placing the left cheek on your yoga mat, and begin to walk the right hand towards the front of your mat. Gently opening the shoulder here. Still feeling gravity drawing the nectar of love like droplets into your mind's eye as we bow the head to the heart. 2 more full breaths here. Feeling the glory of the belly expanding and the lungs expanding. The mitochondria in every cell of your body coming alive with your intentional breath. Begin to tiptoe the fingers, the right hand fingers, back under the right shoulder. And inhale, fly like an eagle, left hand flies high, and exhale, back to a tabletop posture. Grounded through the left hand, inhale, fly the right hand high, and exhale, tucking the right hand under, drawing the right shoulder to the earth, placing the right cheek on your yoga mat, and tiptoeing the left fingertips forward. Beautiful. And again, we find that gravity naturally flows down and towards the mind space. We become open and receptive to the feelings of the heart. Stay here for 2 more full breaths. Feel the belly reach for your thighs. And then withdraw once again. When you're ready, we're going to walk the fingertips of the left hand back under the left shoulder. Inhale, fly the right hand high, and exhale, coming back into a tabletop. Tuck the toes just ever so slightly. Inhale, drop the belly, gazes high, cow pose. And as we exhale, push the earth away with the toes, finding a gentle downward facing dog. Our gaze comes to the belly, and just kind of find your way into a down dog. We won't be in here for very long. Whatever kinks you might need to work out, maybe become high on the right toes and then the left. Push the earth away, hang the head heavy, no tension in the jaw. Beautiful. Inhale, begin to bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, release the knees to the earth, and continue gazing up into a cow pose. Beautiful. Then we're going to come to just lay down on our bellies. However you get there is fine. Drawing the forehead to your yoga mat. Hands are under the shoulder. Big toes are kissing. Maybe change my angle just ever so slightly without damaging any property. So our forehead is on the earth. Draw the hands under the shoulders. Big toes kiss. Legs are so relaxed though. Tuck the chin towards the chest. And slowly we're going to inhale the forehead off the earth into a baby cobra. And exhale, roll back down. Empty breath as the forehead touches the earth. Inhale, rising up, baby cobra.
Legs are relaxed. Float the hands. And exhale, come back down. Again, last time. Inhale, peel the forehead up and off the earth. Float the hands if you're able to, and exhale, come back down. Draw the hands along the side of your body and let the legs float left and right to shake them out. Maybe even you give your booty a little shaky wakey. And then you're gonna just roll over onto your mat. Moving your hair out of the way, moving your ponytail out of the way. Like, draw the legs nice and long. There we go. Tucking the chin slightly. Feel the essence of the mother supporting you, loving you unconditionally. Feel the boundlessness that you are. Accepting all portions of self, that which we perceive to be a flaw, that which we perceive to be an advantage. Like a braid coming together in this beautiful union of acceptance. Inhale, draw the right knee to your chest and the left knee to join it. Here we go. Making yourself small and rolling side to side. Can you drop your low back even lower and really feel the kidneys just rocking side to side, loving your knees, loving your lips, your toes. This is kind of a silly one, but have any of you ever heard of the song Skinnamarink-ding-ding, Skinnamarink-doo, I love you. I used to sing that to my son when he was a baby. And my mother used to sing that song to me when I was a baby. And when I'm rocking side to side, I sometimes think of that song. Draw the knees nice and close to your chest. Inhale, draw the legs up, creating a little L shape with the body. Palms are facing up to receive. Deep inhale, slightly scissor kick the legs. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly lower the legs down. Keep the low back supported on the earth. And when you cannot sustain the low back on the earth, come back up to the L shape. Switch the legs up, point your toes, and exhale. Ooh. Go as low down as you can and still have the low back on the earth and your legs up. Beautiful work. We'll do another class just for F. That was just kind of a fun little thing to do. Deep full inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to breathe out through the mouth. And draw the legs down so that we're creating a triangular shape with the legs. Soles of the feet are kissing. Low back is drawn down to the earth, and just gently touch your hip bones, the right hand to the right hip, left hand to the left hip, and you'll see yourself just kind of moving side to side to side. Relax the jaw and the muscles around the eyes. You can stay here. You can place your left hand over your heart, your right hand on your left. Perhaps you'd like to straighten your legs for our final posture. Maybe you leave the palms facing up for Shavasana. Relax the cervix. Relax the breath. Nowhere to go and nothing to do. feeling the sensations created in your body. Eyes are closed. If you are cold or chilly, placing a blanket over yourself. Or imagine you're here with me in physical form in the Dominican Republic, where you don't need to put a blanket, but that you can smell the ocean as a breeze comes through the windows, hearing the birds as they go to sleep, hearing the owls as they wake up. And you're just here. The mother, the father, the son, the daughter. And as we breathe here and lay in deep relaxation, we pray together. Divine Mother, Divine Father, we raise our consciousness to thy consciousness so that we may become one with thee. And so it is. I invite you to remain in a seated or laying down position for as long as you like. This video will continue on for as long as you need it to, as you lay in Shavasana, honoring all that you are, all that you've been, and all that you will become. A little bit of vibrational healing, the resonance of 432. If you have, gently rolling onto your side and decided to come out of Shavasana into a seated position, do so slowly and lovingly, or just stay laying on your back. And if you're seated, join me as we inhale, fly the hands high. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the opportunity to share these moments in time with you. Gather the base of the hands overhead so you make a cup. Inhale as much source energy like a vortex flowing into your hands to receive all the beauty, bounty, abundance available. Draw this in to anoint your thoughts and your mind with this beauty. Tap the lips so that your speech may be infused with the beauty of divinity, and draw the thumbs to your heart, pressing the thumbs against the beating of your beautiful heart. The divine love and light that abides within me feels illuminated in your presence, and through this illumination I can behold, cherish, honor, and see the divine love and light in each of you. Namaste. And I have also tuned my Divine Oracle card, and I thought on this beautiful evening that we could pull a card that might show us some collective resonance. So after tuning the deck, I just know that by inhaling the Ujjayi breath with the pranic tube and exhaling out through my hands, that the divinely ordained card will come out And if it resonates, let it be that it resonates. If it doesn't, just let it go. Okay, I feel like 3 cards came out. So, well, they're all very beautiful, but, so I'm not sure this is interesting. So, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this correctly, but Vara Yogini, Raja Yogini, the essence of all Buddhas. And her mantra, I'm going to show you the card because it's so beautiful, is I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. That's very beautiful. I have the power to make each moment sacred. I have the power to make each moment sacred. That seems very apt for us today. Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. And now we talked about how breath can come in and flow through the body and out through the palms of the hands. And she's also very, very beautiful. I'm not sure if you can see it. And if you want to see more of the card and you feel like one resonates to me, send me a message. And we have Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. And she actually has long red hair, so maybe also very beautiful goddess. And so those are the 3 cards. Remain in Shavasana if you'd like. All of my love goes to you wherever you are in time, space, and geography. Thank you for the pleasure and the opportunity to create with you in this co-creative fashion. I love you.